What is up, everybody? This is my second week as an AEW fan, and I just finished watching AEW Revolution. These are my thoughts. We'll get into it. Before I get started, though, make sure to hit that button, subscribe, make sure to hit that bell for notifications, like the video, do all the things you got to do. If you like wrestling content, you're in the right place. Subscribe, check out some of my other stuff. If you look around, I can guarantee you'll find at least a couple things you like around here. Now let's get into it. Yeah, I am exhausted. That was a marathon of watching. It was 5.5 hours or so, if you include the pre-show. I did start the show a little late. I started the show maybe half an hour in. I got things to do, guys, so I started a little late. It ended at 1 a.m. by the time everything was all said and done. Great show. Don't get me wrong. Great show. It wasn't perfect. I have my issues with a thing or two. We'll get into that in a second. But what a great show AEW Revolution was. The initial thoughts coming out of this, MJF might be the best wrestler to ever wrestle, to ever touch a ring, to ever grab a mic, to ever cut a promo, to ever be in a video package, to ever be a character. MJF is something special, man. He really is. And again, it's not like I didn't know this, right? Like, obviously, like, I've seen things here and there and a couple matches here and there. But as my second official week of being an AEW fan, yeah, no, that dude is he's special. He really, really is. There is nothing I can compare him to. He's like the perfect mix between all of my favorite wrestlers ever, right? He's like the perfect mix between a Mick Foley and a Rock and a Stone Cold, right? And he can be goofy, right? He can be like today's deathmatch. Wow. He can be aggressive. He can be, yeah. No, listen. I don't know. Look, I know. I'm saying something that everybody's already talked about. I know I'm late to the party, but I still felt like it needed to be said, man. MJF is special. I know that AEW knows. No, AEW know how special he is. Because they haven't let him go, and they shouldn't let him go. And if they're smart, they would keep him there forever. If any other wrestling promotion is smart, they would swoop in the first chance that they could, because this dude is special. This dude is wrestling in a whole different level. Young, talented. Yeah. Look, I can keep glazing MJF all night, but yeah, my takeaway was wow. That Texas death match was absolutely amazing, by the way. The whole thing with the syringe. I was watching this with my wife on the couch, and she was like doing her thing while I was watching. And I was like, hey, check this out. And she was like, what the? Yeah, she said that. Because what the? You know what I mean? One of the things I'm confused, and maybe you guys can like help bring some light to someone who is AEW's number one newest fan. I'll say like the first 4 matches that we saw tonight, give or take, right? And maybe like a couple of others in between. What's with the whole like, hey, we're gonna go dark, and then oh look, somebody else is coming out, right? Like that happened a lot, right? Like it happened. I'm just off the top of my head, right? It happened with Will Ospreay, right, coming back during that during when he came back. He came back during Jon Moxley. Why did I forget his name? He came back during that, or at the end of that Jon Moxley match. Great. We saw Adam Copeland, formerly Edge, come out after that FTR, and Christian, by the way, come out after that FTR and Young Bucks match. We saw Ronda Rousey come out after the Toni Storm match. We saw, who else did we see come out? There was a couple others that are slipping my mind, but oh yeah, we saw Kenny Omega come out during the Swerve and my GOAT Brody King. Unfortunately, Brody King lost the GOAT, but Kenny Omega came out during that match. And look, there was a couple others I'm sure that I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but like that happened a lot tonight. And like the first couple times I was like, all right, cool, like this is definitely like something different. But then it was just like, I came to expect it after every match, and I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if that's something AEW does a lot. Not necessarily like a problem with it, right? Like it was a pay-per-view, sure. Like let's get people some surprises. Let's give people some like something special to like talk about. Fine, right? So not necessarily like a problem. Also, like yeah, Ronda Rousey's in AEW now. That's interesting. Um, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Is that something AEW does a lot? Just something worth mentioning because I wasn't expecting all that to happen, and it did. So there you have it. You know who I really enjoyed tonight? Not just this week, honestly, because I enjoyed her match on AEW Dynamite as well, but her match on what was it, 0 Hour, and then her match on the main Revolution card. Although we'll get into this in a second, but short match is Willow Nightingale. I think she is so fun. She is such an uber babyface, and she's so good in the ring. And I think she is, like I said, right? She is just like uber babyface, but she's like fun. She's like not an annoying face like a lot of baby faces can be. I thought I think she's great. I thought she was a lot of fun to watch in the ring. I thought that her segments backstage were all also a lot of fun this week. I really enjoyed her. I have a problem with the fact that there was one short match, and look, we could have done with a lot with it. We could have done with several more short matches, considering this pay-per-view was almost 5.5 hours if you count 0 Hour. But why was it that the only match that was under 10 minutes, coming in at 7 minutes, was that women's tag team match? And I get that maybe there was an injury, perhaps. Like they definitely played that, and I don't know if that was kayfabe or if like she actually got injured during 0 Hour, which is honestly perfectly possible. But that match was 7 minutes long, and it was for the women's tag team titles. And it just felt like if you needed to cut time somewhere, why do it there? If it was for an injury, all right, I get it. Then maybe cut the match in general and be like, we'll have this later, or even just like, I don't know. Again, nitpicky. It felt weird that there was one really short match and it happened to be a women's tag team match. It also felt like the crowd was like dead for most of the women's matches, like including that AEW Women's Championship match between Chris Statlander and Tekla. That match was a lot of fun, and maybe the 2 falls out of 3. I always think those matches are a little weird and maybe going a little too long, and maybe just like suck the fun out of the match. So maybe that had to do with it. I don't know. It just felt like the crowd. It felt like the crowd really wasn't into some of the women's matches, and that sucks because I thought that those matches were really fun. I thought that the Timeless Tony Storm match was super fun. I love that match. Again, Ronda Rousey came out at the end of the match. That was interesting. That was fun. Cool. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, oh, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm rambling. Look, it's 1 a.m. I don't know what I'm telling you. Look, this one's about me and not necessarily about AEW. But I thought it was really interesting because like maybe like 6 months ago when I was like checking in on AEW, there was like all these different heels that apparently aren't heels anymore. Like we had Jungle Boy, I guess that's not his name anymore. But we had Jungle Boy win the AEW, what is it called? Continental Championship, I think it's called. The one that Ricochet had in that battle royal. Also that Blackjack battle royal. First time seeing a Blackjack battle royal. I think it's a lot of fun that everybody starts in the outside and then has to go inside. But also then why would you go inside in general? So I don't know, nitpicking, but I thought it was a lot of fun to watch. But anyway, I was like, oh yeah, no, Jack Perry, Jungle Boy, bad guy. And then no, turns out he's a good guy again. And then Adam Copeland came out, and then Christian Cage came out, and I was like, oh, Christian Cage, he likes making fun of people without fathers, bad guy. And then nope, turns out he's a good guy again. And then I saw Young Bucks come out, and I was like, oh, I know this one. I mean, to be fair, I saw that the Young Bucks were baby faces in previous Dynamites and stuff. But I was like, oh, these guys were heels too, but baby faces now. Yeah, I don't know. Also, Darby Allin. Oh my gosh, Darby Allin is so fun. He's such a fun dude to watch in the ring. Um, I remember when CM Punk was like, if I was a young man, if I was a kid these days, I would absolutely love Darby Allin. Darby Allin would be my favorite wrestler. Yeah, hell yeah. Darby Allin should be everyone's favorite wrestler. Darby Allin's so fun to watch in ring, man. He is so cool. He is such a cool character, such a cool wrestler. Ah, I want to buy a shirt. I want to buy a Darby Allin shirt. You know what? Let me go on AEW.com and buy me a Darby Allin shirt. Darby Allin's so fun, right? The Darby Allin, MJ, like AEW has some like clutch people that they need to hold on to for a very, very long time. Darby Allin's one of them. MJF is one of them. I love Orange Cassidy. I don't know. I really enjoy a lot of these characters. And again, I'm late to the party, guys. So please forgive me. This is my second week of being an AEW fan. Brody King, my GOAT. Oh, man. I thought that was a really fun match as well. Some of the moves these dudes were doing on each other, man. Some of the things that these guys did to each other. Well, first, I saw that match and I was like, damn, like that was a brutal match. And then I saw that Texas death match and I was like, oh no, that was a brutal match. By the way, the way that MJF at the end of that match just like posed on top of Hangman posed on top of Hangman Adam Page. What a heel. What a fun heel. Like he's so fun to root against, right? Like I loved it. I love it. I was rooting against Hangman because I thought, oh man, I know, I'm glazing MJF a lot, but that dude is just different, man. But yeah, no, that swerve against Brody King match, cool, fun, love that match. You guys know I love Brody King. So much aura that dude has. I think it was the right call for Swerve to win that match. As much as I like Brody King, as much as Brody King is my GOAT. I think, obviously they're continuing the story between Swerve and Kenny Omega. And yeah, no, it was the right call. Listen, my heart wanted Brody King to win, but deep down I knew Swerve was going to win. Does this make Swerve Strickland the most dangerous man in AEW? No, it doesn't, right? Because my GOAT, Brody King, is the most dangerous man in AEW. A lot of blood too, right? Like there was blood everywhere in this pay-per-view. Not a bad or a good thing, just a thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. This was a lot of fun. It was a really long pay-per-view, which I don't know, right? Like, shame on me for complaining about a wrestling company giving you what? How many matches do we have today? 7 or 8? I lost count. Shame on me, right? For wanting a shorter pay-per-view after I paid $50 for it. Totally worth the $50, by the way. Yeah, I will be buying whatever the next one is because this was totally worth it. But still, it was a bit long. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially considering, I have a big boy job and I gotta go to work tomorrow. This isn't my job because you guys don't subscribe. If you guys subscribe, then I wouldn't have to go to work tomorrow and I can just do this with you all day. But yeah, nitpicky stuff. I know I'm not going over every match. I don't feel like going over every match. I just feel like going over the vibe. And the vibe was good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed AEW Revolution. Will I be a fan for week 3? Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the fallout of this, right? I can't wait to see what MJF does next. Then, oh man, that syringe through the cheek, dude. Oh man, that was so gnarly, so fun, so fun. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me for liking this. Listen, don't be weird in the comments. I know. Listen, I know I'm a noob. I know I'm new to this AEW thing. Hey, where's this guy been? Oh, look at this guy. This AEW Mark. Oh, this guy. He says he likes wrestling, but he only watches WWE. Oh, shut up. Look, this is why new people can't get into wrestling. It's because of people like you who say that. Yeah, you weirdo. So stop saying that. Stop gatekeeping wrestling. Stop gatekeeping AEW, dude. Anyway, this pay-per-view, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Week 2 of being an AEW fan, success. I hope I get more of these. Also, I didn't mention this. Somebody mentioned this in the comments and then I checked them out, right? I like that AEW started to do those like, hey, here's what you need to know for like they did one for Revolution. Like, here's what you need to know before Revolution. And then they were like, oh, before that there was a video of like, hey, are you new to AEW? Here's some need to knows for that. Really cool. Yes, great. I love that. I am a new fan. Most of the comments on those videos were like, dude, we've been here forever. Of course we know. Not all of us do, man. I didn't know a lot of these things. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching those videos. Thank you, AEW, for posting those videos. Anyway, though, this was my AEW week 2 as a fan review. Thumbs up. I'm enjoying it so far. I can't wait to see what comes out of this. Will Ospreay coming back. I'm pretty sure listen, if context clues told me that him and Jon Moxley have history together. I think they mentioned that Jon Moxley broke Will Ospreay's neck. Great. Fine. Let's have that feud. Let's have that be a feud. I'm in. Can't wait to watch that. Yeah. What else? Who else? Who won the trios titles? It was. Let me know in the comments. You know what? I'm not gonna look it up. Let me know in the comments who won the trios titles. That match was a lot of fun as well. I can't remember. That match was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this whole pay-per-view. I enjoyed everything about being an AEW fan this week. I am hashtag all in. I'm all in. Anyway, though, since you made it this far, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to hit subscribe. Make sure to tell me I'm a stupid mark in the comments. Until next time, as always, have a nice day. I didn't even go after my predictions. Let's see. What did I predict? I predicted... When I did the predictions, also, not all of these matches were on the card. Whatever. Have a nice day.